Welcome back to Tran Wins Death Road to Canada. Today is August 16th, 2016, and now there is a Spleen update. That's what they call the final version, not the test branches, which are the little beta hot fixes. There's not too much for me to mention here that you couldn't read on your own, but I'll go ahead and read it in case you're not looking at the screen. I do that a lot myself, actually, when I'm editing or something. I may let some videos run. Alright, first we have some Macintosh crashes. We have some controller fixes, and dogs cannot eat chocolate. Events can check for umbrellas, so it might be useful to have an umbrella in your party. Bandits have been changed a little bit to be easier. Alvis is stronger. Bruce can train someone who is a martial artist, which is a new change since I had last played. I think they've introduced 2 new classes and removed the gun classes and replaced it with 1 single gun class. You can quit the tutorial by just exiting through the garbage area. Toilet Genie, I've not encountered him yet, but he won't get eaten by zombies. Pet shops, you can recruit the dogs. Cardboard Tube, I like that a lot. It is boosted. I'm assuming this means that it was boosted just for fun. I hope it leaves it that way. It's just a fun little toy. And this thing, I heard he's very powerful. I've never seen him. So, alright. Switching to graphics change. Now, I promised you that there would be a special edition. So by the time you see this, it should be August 19th, 2016, Friday. And I'm going to show you what I mean by the special edition. Welcome to Tran Wins Death Road to Canada Tran Edition. Now, this isn't vanity on my part that my name is above Mad Garden and Rocket Cat Games. The way this graphic works is it is one image, and this is then the text that goes below the image, like an HTML page. So when I modify the image to put my name in it, it's just part of the image. I imagine if I extend this even further, then Mad Garden and Rocket Cat Games will be down here behind the buttons, instead of like a blank space where they will fit their name, and then Tran Edition. So however big I make the image, this credit here, the game makers, will unfortunately still be below it. It's Tran Edition. So what is the Tran Edition? I did not make any gameplay mechanic changes, not intentionally, and I'll explain that in a little bit. I only have less than an hour to explain everything to you before I have to go AFK, or before I have to stop for the night. Well, for starters, you might hear that the music's different. That's the start. I've replaced all the music in the game with free, available Audionautics soundtracks that I thought sounded similar to the original tune I was replacing. So for example, there's like there's this weird music style in one of the audio clips. So I found something similar to that. I think it's called ragtime. I'm not positive. I'm not very up on that. In fact, I'm not up on music in general at all. But I don't know anything about that. But I tried my best to find music that was similar to the original tracks. Alright, so what other things are available in Tran Edition? Okay, it's mostly just all the music's changed and graphical changes. Let me show you what I mean. This, I've gone ahead and rotated the image file for the weapons for you, and then I put in a dark background just so you can see this. These are all the weapons in the game. Alright, and this was released. This is the image file for the test branch today, or not test branch, the Spleen edition today. And every time a test branch came out, I'd always have to kind of find out what changed, and then see if I could re-implement my changes, my graphical changes. So this is the original version of all the weapons. And then here is my version. So everything's a little grimmer, darker. That's kind of the general theme, because I'm a pretty serious person. I don't know. I'm just not very entertaining to be around. I'm just not very comical, I guess. I don't have a big sense of humor. I mean, everything is a little bit grimmer, darker, more shaded. So let's take, for example, a look at the pitchfork here and the shovel. The original version is a very light brown, and the metal is kind of gray. But my version, the metal is much darker. Blowtorch is less orangey. You know, it doesn't stick out as much, and it's a little bit more of a tube for the blue thing. There's all sorts of changes here. Here's the cricket bat, my version. There's the original. I wanted to make it stand out a lot more from the baseball bat. which is like so. I kind of gave it a paler look. I didn't really touch the link swords because I don't really have a good basis for that. But for example, our fire axe, this is the original fire axe right here, followed by a beach umbrella, which looks a lot like the regular umbrella. So now the fire axe looks more yellow, like a fireman's fire axe. The beach umbrella is more colorful, like in a tree you find in a tropical setting. The handle for the hockey stick's been moved down. The umbrella is a bit darker because I always see darker. This is the hammer. I'm not too happy with how it turned out, but I'm going to leave it alone for now. So this is the original hammer. In fact, the original hammer might even be better than my current hammer. I may just take the hammer head back and put it on top. I added more nails to this and made this kind of more of a handle for the nail board. The wrench is a little bit more distinct. So right now it's kind of large. That's like a large wrench when you compare it to a sledgehammer, which is a two-handed object. Our cleaver is a little bit darker in the handle. A lot of handles are darker. The hatchet, I like what I did with the hatchet. It made it more distinct, particular than the fire axe. The spatula now looks like a spatula I'm familiar with. I'm not like that's my spatula or anything, but like this looks like a spoon. If I were to look at that, I'd call it a spoon. Now the crowbar. This will sound really funny, but when I first made the crowbar, I didn't like the change I made. But when I looked at it in the game, I liked it. I really did. I removed the little hook at the bottom of it, just to kind of even it out, and then I made a red tip and yellow crow's bill. I don't know what it's called. So, and it looks silly right now, but try seeing it in the game, and I think you may like the change too. All the guns are a bit darker. It's easier for me to tell now the difference between the rifle and the shotgun. So the things that are more brown are rifles, and things that are more reddish are shotguns. So here's like a rifle, and here's a shotgun. Here's a shotgun. This is, at least I think. I haven't really tested a lot. I didn't want to play a lot of the game or anything and level up my characters or whatnot. I just checked out real quick and deleted it. This is a revolver. It's darker. This is a pistol. I'm not too happy with how it turned out, but I wanted to make it a little lighter so that's more different than the revolver. The shotgun has had an extended barrel. And I think that's about most of the changes. Like all of them have had a coloration change, as you can see. So this is my custom one. Take a look at any of your weapons here. Pretty much I've changed everything from the machetes on through here. I didn't touch the chainsaws, but everything else has been at least tweaked a little bit. Everything does have a little bit of a grimmer look. That's about it. There are no major changes. Like the axe is more hooked here now. The golf club is a little bit lighter in color than normal. So this is the original version, and this is the new version. Original version, new version. All right, so let's try playing a little bit, because let's try seeing if it works. The game may not work at all. Let's give it a shot. Oh, and the cursor I've changed it because we're heading to Canada. I've changed it from a zombie hand to a hockey stick. Also, the fonts have been changed. The font has been changed. Many of the icons too have been changed as well. Let's figure out what we would want for our character. Now, here's the changes I mentioned. Down here used to be pistolier, rifler, and shotgunner. Now, these two have been changed to martial artist and big bruiser, and gun collector is pretty much the combination of the guns. Martial artist starts with a powerful 2-hit unarmed attack. Refuses to shoot firearms, gains 2 fitness, 1 strength. Big bruiser, slower than normal, good unarmed attack, 1 point strength. I did create, and of course, this is before the patch, so all of these characters are useless now. Well, maybe not all of them. That was Athlete Berserk. These are patterned after the Andro set, since I mentioned Star Control not too long ago. So like Pistolier, doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything now. I need to make him a gun collector. So this is basically an army. Like if I was having trouble. Okay, hold on, my buttons are all messed up. Oh, let's see that. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, I can't make this the right shoulder button, now it's just the right top button. That'll get I hope that doesn't get me killed, where I need to pause the game and suddenly it's like, no, it's not pausing. I think that's what it was. It's hard for me to tell until I start getting into the game. So if I go back, that's because I wasn't... My finger memory tells me that I messed up on that selection. So let me recreate these guys real fast, make them gun collectors. So basically, if I end up meeting these guys, they're essentially just reinforcements. It's what I guess you could call meta gaming. So this is ultra fit. Ultra fit. So yeah, these guys are ultra fit, these guys are gunners, these guys are athletes. They're very, very colorful. Healthcare. I heard healthcare got nerfed. Start with 7 medical supplies. Okay. Healthcare. So these are all healthcare guys. What about these? They're all car nuts. I did remodel Takesha just a little bit. I made her a little shorter. Gave her a baseball cap to make her look more like a kid. Because I just thought it was hilarious. Well, maybe not hilarious. I thought it was funny that this person was just kicking so much butt. We're gonna do Deadlier Road. Got a little bit to play. I'll probably play up until after the first siege, and then I'll call it a night. We're going to bring Carrie and Takesha again. Game mode is going to be Deadlier Road. You notice the little car symbol is now my icon for what I'm going to run. Even though the Umbrella Lady was not the person I used in Rare Characters mode to win, I think it was Owens. Or not Owens, was it Owens? The roller skate person. I thought that this was more... it stood out a little more. As for Star over here, I think she actually died in Familiar Characters mode, so she didn't make it to the end. I think this is the one where we had like Weston and Sterling and Williams, and then they went to a portal, and their names got really messed up, and so did their faces. However, I'm using these two characters to represent Familiar Characters mode and Rare Characters mode, because they were the ones that stood out. Carrie hears rumors that Canada is a safe place, free of the threat of zombies. With nothing to gain from waiting around Florida, she decides to brave Death Road and travel north. So all the cars have also been overhauled. Factory, I can actually find probably a bunch of cool weapons here. Let's do that. Now, for whatever reason, it looks like my Berserk comes with a piece of wood instead of any sort of actual weapon. So we're gonna bring the frying pan for her. Hold on, my cords are tangled up. Just having trouble. Oh, and pause is no longer right shoulder button, it's now right button, like the top button. So hopefully I won't need to pause and actually mess up. As for the rest of the buttons, I'm hoping I configured everything correctly. When they're messing with the controller stuff, I think all my controller buttons disappeared. So I'll just have to, if it doesn't work out immediately, I may exit out at some point, maybe even in the middle of this first mission, and try to configure the control scheme to what I'm used to, what finger memory tells me it's supposed to be. Alright, so you'll see that the bullets are a little bit more shaded. The food has changed from a pink hamburger to a soup can. Gas is now in a red tank. Faces have been modified just a little bit. I can't change the color. All the tiles and walls have been overhauled. Icons, like refrigerators, chairs, paintings, everything's been overhauled. Except people. People have not been changed at all. That seems like it could be a massive project all on its own. Okay, a grenade on the first place. That's pretty awesome. What the? Get away from him! And here I thought all I had to worry about was my berserk getting killed, but stop hugging everybody. Okay, don't get that close. You don't need to get that close. Alright, I may have also shortened like the wrench a little bit, but I didn't actually decrease its range. I may have increased maybe the hockey stick a little. I don't think I did, but some weapons may have also had an increase in range. No, sorry. Some weapons may have an increase in graphical length, but I have not adjusted any of the game mechanics whatsoever. Everything is still vanilla. Only graphics have been changed. Only music has been changed. That was pretty productive. I mean, I got tons of ammo. I got a grenade. I mean, that was pretty awesome, actually. Yeah, like the wrench, I wasn't sure how I felt about it, but looking at it now, I mean, it looks less bland. Even though I generally made things a lot more grimmer looking, I just like this new wrench better. Let's go and pick berries for now, because it's not yet siege time. I think I've got one more stop, then a trader, then a siege, if it follows the same kind of pattern. However, there's an infested stronghold, and it's near sunset, so I could end up in a little bit of trouble, because my guys are now tired. Let's go ahead. Trying to, oh, darn it, it's an outside area. I was kind of hoping it was an inside area. That's right, Fred's fort. Keep your distance more. Keep your distance more! Why are you going back to frustrating me? Back up, jeez. Do I need to like reconfigure you? Tell me you're coming in this room. Okay, I don't know if the AI's changed again, but I don't feel like it's as good as it used to be. Like, hit him. Do something. While I was fighting out there, I was assuming maybe she's not fighting well because she's paranoid. I'm not particularly fond of babysitting. Okay, stop shoving me around too. Alright, you gonna... Yeah, you'd rather butt with the pistol than use the frying pan. Did you just drop one of my guns to pick up a femur? You dropped your pipe bombs to pick up a femur. These are cowboy rifles, so I don't actually need another one. Don't drop another rifle. Alright, so I've got 2 rifles, pistol, 2 pipe bombs. That was a pretty successful run. I just need to get to the car. Who knows how many zombies have spawned since I entered this building. Wow, I was hoping to make it to the first siege, but that took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. Boy, that loot was incredible. Look at that. Alright, that's all the time I've got for tonight. It's, well, it's 11:30 at this point, and it's well past me to try to get some sleep for work tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching Tran Wins Death Row to Canada. I'll see you next time.